we got to have this conversation. We got to have this conversation. You know, you have to get conversation right because you will get tongue twisted, honey. We got to talk. We got to have a conversation about the stud. Honey, we got to have a conversation about the stud, honey. Do you hear me? Listen, on this channel, we do not discriminate, honey. We do not discriminate, honey. I got a good one for y'all today, so stay tuned. Hey, y'all, it's Bernita Rochele, and welcome to my spoken word and conversation. Listen, this is a hot one today. It's a hot one. This is no discrimination. We don't do that over here because you know what we give you, honey. Now listen, we about to get right up into this, honey. Remember, I am not cross-eyed. It is a her or the glasses. Now let's get right into it. Honey, I wrote this one on October 30th, 2025. It was just yesterday. It's called The Stud Does Not Get a Pass. Okay? No, the stud walks around here like a chameleon. Yes, you know the stud does. The stud does not get a pass. I don't know a lot about the stud, but what I do know and what I do see is the stud is sneaky. Honey, the stud is sneaky. The stud does not get a pass. Honey, no. Honey, the stud will have a woman and a man on the side. Listen. Yes, indeed. The stud will kiki when the stud wants to be cute. The stud will knuck up and buck up. The stud does not get a pass, and this is a conversation that needs to be had. What? Listen here. Something just had got in my eye. Listen. Let me tell you, I be scrolling through these internet streets, honey. And I saw this, I don't know whose channel it was, but I think it's been viral. Okay. It was about this substitute teacher. I could not even believe it. It was just unreal. And this is not to discriminate because we done talked about every particular woman, every particular man, everybody down low. We done talked about everything on this conversation. We done talked about mixed chicks. We done talked about everybody. So nobody gets a pass, meaning when it's in the news conversation that I seen, if it's something that I see, we gonna talk about it. Okay, we gonna have a conversation. But with this particular one, the stud plays from the video that I seen on how, because I guess she was doing a day in the life of a stud, right? So she went to the school. But the part that was disturbing is when she was looking at those children. She's older than them. Okay. And in one part of the video, the stud said, "Look at Shawty. Shawty gonna make me, gonna do something." I don't know what she did, but you go look that video up and you could hear it. But when I heard her say that, I was like, oh my gosh, she is looking at children like that. I mean, the stud is looking like children. And if I say she, I don't mean to say that. Okay. If you catch me with that, you are a stud. I don't know, and this ain't to be funny, but I don't know what you want to be. And I want to be respectful to what you're called. But that's what her day in the life was about a stud's day. She goes to the school and she's looking at these children. Okay. In a part of the video, not saying she was looking at it all like that. But in that particular part, then she says, and this is where the sneaky part comes in at. The sneaky part comes in at when she says, she tried to flip the script. She was talking about this one particular young lady. And the young lady was looking at her because she did not know what, if she was looking at a male or a female, because that's how hard it was. The only time you knew that she was not a stud is when she was in that hallway and they was like, you a substitute teacher? You just look like us. And she was like, honey, them kids did not know. Okay. And nobody is judging nobody. Let's be clear about that. But my point is this. Why would you be looking at them kids like that? Especially that one young lady. And she tried to make it seem like she was saying shorty as a group. And she was not. She wasn't. They'll switch up and change them words around and you be like, what? I'm like, what is going on? I don't know a lot about the stud, but I do know that particular video, that lady was being sneaky. I don't mean that lady. I don't know a lot about the stud, but what I do know is that particular stud was being sneaky. She turned all the words around. It was like she was almost like a politician. Late stud, tell the truth. Tell the truth what you did. And now she lost her job. She was fired from that particular job. I don't know how the substitute teacher deal work if you just fired and you can't come back, but they would look at me, and I'm just giving an example so you can see the different parts of this. But they will do a man like that. Why not do, she needs to be fined for that because she's looking at young ladies. That young lady was looking at her, and she was looking at her because she didn't know. That's how hard this person looked. The stud looked. But the stud does not get a pass, okay? The stud does not. Now, let me give you this other example, and I'm going to try to find this video. Now, this is still affiliated, but this was when I got to say it because this is what he was. Okay, okay, so he was went to a ladies' prison. He presented let's say she for now, but it was a he. And so what he did, they put him in a prison with women. Okay, they put him in a prison with women, and then he gets a person pregnant. Because he went in there as she, because he was really a he, but then they put him in the population with the women. But he ended up getting a woman pregnant. All right. So then the video of him, and I saw the video, is kind of old. I'm thinking it's about maybe a year or two or maybe 3 years old. He gets on the internet and he's like, why did they're trying to put me with all males? Okay. What's the problem? Because you just got a woman pregnant, so they trying to get you up out of here. So what is going? This is a conversation that needed to be had. I'm going to try to find the videos, but the one video is current. It's about the substitute teacher. But when that one, she got the woman pregnant, but then he because, and then this is not to be funny. This is a conversation that needs to be had because people is around her tripping for real. So it's a little, I'm trying to get my words together because this ain't funny. But chameleons exist with the stud and the yes, them. I just wanted you to see the difference on how the stud and he was, see how it's complicated, but they both played a role and then tried to get out of the role. Okay. That's all I'm saying. But we have conversations over here, mature conversations. We do not discriminate, but tell me your thoughts on that, because remember, over here, we have real life experiences, relationships for the mature, conversations that need to be had, enlightening, conscious awareness, breaking generational curses with a little funny. Honey, yes, we do over here. But tell me your thoughts on that. Tell me your thoughts. Well, y'all. Thank y'all for listening, because that was like you have to word it, because you ain't trying to disrespect nobody. You're just trying to get an understanding of what was that about? What was that about? Like, she really thought, I ain't even finna say no more. I'm not finna say no more because I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I know, but when it comes to them names, I don't know what to say. Okay, but I said what I said, and you can understand that I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to understand why would you play that role like that, and why would the person get the woman pregnant, then get mad because they finna send him to the male prison. Okay, listen, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you to my new ones, and thank you to my day ones, y'all. Y'all been riding with a girl, and I am so grateful. Well, that's it. That's all for me today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Peace. Hey, y'all, it's Bernita Rochele, and welcome to my spoken word and conversations. Hey y'all, it's Bernita Rochele, and welcome to my spoken word and conversation